Hi, this is Sherry at Twisted Granny Tarot. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to work on Libra at the moment. And I have a deck here. It's called the Hanson-Roberts deck, or the Roberts-Hanson deck. It's the only deck I have that's the same size as playing cards. And I'm like tickled with that because most of the cards are a whole lot bigger. Like, look at these. They're at least maybe a quarter of an inch, half inch wider, and an inch taller. So I don't know why they do that. It just makes them hard to shuffle. But there they are. Okay, remember this is the tarot channel that uses an astrology diagram as a tarot diagram, because we're going to put a card down in each one of these 12 slots. The Babylonians named these slots. Well, it looks like a pie. It looks like a giant pie you get at Costco, right? And it labeled them with particular topics. Second house is your money. Fourth house is your home and family. Fifth house is children and creativity. Seventh house is partnerships, marriage partnerships, and business partnerships. So we're going to get a lot of information in the next 20 minutes about every category in here. Every category that's listed, we're going to be able to talk about it because I'm going to put a card on it. Now, in the meantime, I know this deck well, so I won't be having to use this. And this right here is a calendar that's published by my friend Link. I think you could find the ability to buy it on links down at the bottom of the screen. That's what my tech team says, my handsome husband. And so what it has to say here today is that on December the 1st, just for example, the festival of Poseidon. Well, Poseidon was the god of the seas, right? God of the oceans and the water. And also on December 1st, girls perform cromneomancy, a divination by onion sprouts. Let's try that. Divination by onion sprouts to find out the name of their future husband on this day. I think I need a diagram and special instructions to get onion sprouts to talk to me. Okay? Don't tell anybody. Okay. Then also on December the 1st, Franz Bardon was born. I don't know who that is, 1909. It'd be nice if he finished the conversation here, wouldn't it? Now, just for this is what my eyes led to. A week later on the 8th, December 8th, birth of the sun goddess Amaterasu, a Japanese sun goddess. Most of the time, the entities don't have a sun goddess. They have a sun god and a moon goddess, but not necessarily a sun goddess. Oh my goodness. Then also on the 8th, the festival of Neith, the earth goddess of the Delta, which is Egyptian. And also on the 8th, the day of Astraea, goddess of justice/innocence. Justice or innocence became the constellation Virgo. Wow. On the day of Astraea, goddess of justice and innocence, became the constellation Virgo. I don't know what that has to do with anything. It's not making sense to me, but if you can figure out what it is, let me know. Okay, so the cards have been shuffled, they've been blessed, they've been prayed over, and they've been cut. So right now we're going to start out with the first house, which is what you're thinking about right now. Oh my God, you're thinking about money. Well, Libras they need money to beautify their surroundings. That's what they really love to do, to feather their nest and make themselves look beautiful. And they do admire beauty, and there's a place for that. Okay? Now we have the 7. Now, because this is a face card, I am putting this card, a modifier, on top of it, and this is called the 7 of Pentacles. Well, listen here. Okay. What the message behind this 7 of Pentacles is that it depicts a person. Now, he doesn't look very happy. He looks kind of sad. But he has a garden here. He planted the seeds. He plowed the dirt. He weeded the garden and he watered the garden, gave him fertilizer, and now these stars here, these pentacles, represent the time, the value of the items on the vine, because now it's time for harvest. He can harvest them, store some, and sell some. That's what this is about. So right this minute, All right. Did some of you Libras have a special arrangement with yourself that you would, oh, let's pretend it's like this, like a Christmas club maybe, that you saved money for Christmas and now you're ready to make decisions about who gets what. Okay, because that's kind of what it looks like. Okay, second house, the Queen of Rods. That's about money, but this is the house of money. We're going to put a face card at the top. Oh dear. But you know what? You're really disappointed because your job doesn't pay you what you need to help people as much as you want to help them and help yourself. So there's something about this Christmas that makes you feel like, well, maybe I ought to hold back some of this cash. And instead of spending it on other people, maybe I need to protect myself because these people right here are in a bad way and they need some money and some kindness and some help. It could be you. I mean, you know what I mean? You need money and you need kindness and you need help too, right, Miss Libra? Okay, so now we got third house. Another miser card. Okay, well, this is third house is of communication. So this could be you not talking to people because you're definitely holding on to something here. You're not talking to people. Fourth house is your home. Whoa, this is a judgment card. So it's possible that that you may have completed some improvements on your home. That's number one. Number two, you may have decided to sell it to move to another place. Number three, you may be in the process of making, what did I say this before? Like real estate home improvements, like knocking down walls and putting in a new bathroom and stuff like that. That's a very important card. Okay, fifth house, we got a page. That's a face card. He's always a messenger. Oh, why? Why? Who's got a broken heart here? Are you going to have a broken heart? What the heck is the deal? Didn't want that for you, Libra. I want you to be wild and happy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is work and health. Nothing going on there. Seventh house is marriage partnerships and business partnerships. Well, shucks. Now, what does this mean? All right, let me go back to the fifth house. Fifth house is creativity, children, romance, and speculation. Creativity and children. Well, you know what? This could have to do with not having any more kids, or you don't want to have any more kids, or B, your kids are little fur babies, and you may have lost one recently. Now, but this is your seventh house of marriage partnerships and business partnerships. This indicates you're very happy. So that's a good thing. Now, eighth house is money from other people. Ooh, no inheritances for you. And there's conflict here. Says there's a conflict about money. You want more money and you don't know how to get it? I don't know what the deal is. Ninth house is philosophy, religion, higher education, and long distance travel. Right? Yeah. So this means that you want to travel, and this card means that you are in the process right now of making travel arrangements. Okay? 10th house is, what is that? How about that? This is a card called the Star. However, it is closely associated with Aquarius. And in the Aquarius symbolism is a person who looks a lot like this and is standing in water, and she's pouring water, from one cup to the other, or pouring water into the stream, something like that. And then we have this judgment. So then I'm going to say this. Well, if you're going to work and earn money, then you want it to be for the betterment of mankind. And maybe if maybe you want to have your own, you want to be self-employed. Why don't you have a pet rescue? Take donations, go on a campaign to earn money. That'll keep you busy and that'll make you happy, and you'll be doing a lot of good. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11th, look at this. And this is 12. Oh, look. Okay, 11th house is long-term plans. And okay, so I'm going to put this right here next to this one. And you want your life to be memorable for good things. You want to be remembered as a person who was kind and generous and was a good person. So pick out a career where you can give back to other people. You don't have to be a philanthropist and just hand them out checks, but you can be good to people by dreaming up how you want to be good to people, and then being able to do that. What do you think of that? Okay, 12th house. Now look here. This is what you think about when you go to sleep at night. So this indicates something's coming. Something is coming. Oh, this isn't good. So we have a burden. Somebody is breaking his back or her back with a bundle of lumber or twigs or firewood, however you would like to describe it, and he's trying to get home with it. And so what this means is that you want your ability to earn money to result in earning money and not just giving money away and have nothing to replace it with. Are you with me? So you want it to be worth your, not necessarily worth your while, but self-sustaining. Okay, self-sustaining. Now, the last card here sort of has a effect on all the other cards in this table. Oh, it's a Knight of Cups. It could be a romantic partner. And, oh, okay, no, that's a sword. Is that, oh. This is a romantic partner. This is a conversation you're having with your romantic partner. And this has to do with work. So you apparently have to talk. Now, this could be your husband, but it's cups. That's why I think it's romance. So it's somebody you like. Here's a conversation that might be difficult to work your way around. Number 3, it's part of the building process, part of building what you want. And it might be a good idea to take advice from people who are already in the line of work that you can picture yourself in. And then you may be able to speak to them about how to get your own start. I don't even know what that means, but that's what came into my head. So sometimes you have to get advice. And I'm suggesting that you get advice. Because what we got here is a lot of potential for good, but some really disappointing things over here. And here's another disappointing with a big broken heart right on your 1, 2, 3, 5th house. We can't have that now. But it could have to do with like a sick child. It could be a sick child, a sick horse, a sick dog, a sick family member. And, okay, this is your first house. And your first house is what you think about. So you think about money all the time. And how to get more of it. Second house is all about your money. And here is a business person, but she's in dire straits when it comes to money. So that's why she needs them. And I'm betting this has to do with Virgos, Libra's own desires and ambition. Okay? All right. 1, 2, 3. Third house, is, but you're keeping it quiet. You're holding down. So if you have any money, you're kind of not spending it. as much as you may have in the past, and you're keeping quiet about what you're thinking about because you're not ready to spill the beans, so to speak, yet. Fourth house is your home. Lots of activity going on in your home. It looks like the results are working out very well. Fifth house is romance and creativity. So what we got here is a broken heart and a message about disappointments. It could have to do with a child. It could have to do with your favorite animal. It could have to do with your favorite relative. Or somebody you just care about a lot is having a bad time. So your best friend, a close friend, sixth house, work and health. You don't want to talk about work and you don't want to talk about health. No, we're not talking about it. So whatever is going on at work, you don't want to change. How shall I say this? Oh, it's a regular job. You don't want to have to go in and go to work every day. You might consider a remote job, or you might consider a self-employed job where mostly you don't see anybody work with. And this is your seventh house, marriage partnerships and business partnerships. So this indicates that you and your spouse are going through a fairly warm and pleasant tour these days, a tour of your life. Eighth house, money from other people. So what? So if somebody doesn't want to give you any more money, you're going to have to earn it somehow. Why is there a conflict with money? Well, how do you feel about the matter? Okay, so that's. So if you ask for more money, you're not likely to get it. So you're going to have to find a way to get it on your own. It's not impossible. It can be done. Just put on your thinking cap and twist your dials up there. See what happens. Okay, this is your ninth house of philosophy, religion, higher education, and long-distance travel. And this is the sun. Means those topics are very important to you, and you would love to travel. You want to continue to travel. What may happen in the future is, no, this is your 10th house. This is your career. So you want to have a career that it does good for other people or other animals. So pick your preference and find out where there's a lack. Who needs to be taken care of? What needs to be taken care of? What can you provide to a particular group that needs X, and then you can help go get X. Okay, 11th house. This is 11th house. Long-term goals and friends from previous employers. Well, you know what? You've had plenty of time to think about your long-term goals, and you have a pretty good idea about what you want to do. But you're just not telling anybody right now. Okay? Keeping some of it quiet. Now, the final outcome, a 12th house card, is what you think about when you go to sleep at night. So you go to sleep at night, but you're not really tired. And then you end up thinking about things that are burdensome. All the things you don't like about life. You got to quit that. Start thinking about things you do like about life. Because you'll sleep better. Okay? And these cards have to do with, they're going to bounce off all these other cards here. So this has to do with love. This has to do with conversation. Oh, and this has to do with how you're going to earn money. So you might get together with a person that might be some kind of beneficiary who can help you get started. Like take out a loan and pay it back with a particular business. So there you go. What do you think? It might be okay? Okay. I hope you're happy, Mr. and Miss Libra. It was a pleasure to be here for you tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Sherry at Twisted Granny Tarot. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to talking to you next month in January of 2026. Let's pray for good tidings. Okay? All right, love you. Mean it. Bye.